take this forecast coast to coast. We're going to start off on the west coast. Warmth and wet. A little bit windy as well. Across the prairies, the warmth continues to move in from the west, and it basically divides the seasons, if you will. Winter to the north and spring to the south. A very different story across the Great Lakes in southern Quebec. We're dealing with very chilly conditions. It's going to feel like the minus 30s in the morning in a lot of areas and the minus 20s through the afternoon. Just giving you forewarning. Atlantic Canada, basically seasonable. Some sea effect flurries here and there. And the Avalon, across St. John's, you might get clipped by a little bit of snow, all thanks to a system luckily not tracking a little bit further towards the west. Could have been a different story. We're dealing with some significant lake effect snow off of Lake Huron, and that's going to be the big story if you're going to be traveling in the snow belt southeast of Lake Huron. Not necessarily Georgian Bay, though, because it's pretty much frozen. We're going to start off to the north where pretty much everything is frozen, obviously. Basically seasonable highs, though. We do have some snow in the forecast for a lot of areas as well. Little pockets of steady or light snow from time to time. Yukon, Northwest Territories, Nunavut as well. And the next system that develops Saturday night and into Sunday will have bigger impact across the prairies. And speaking of the west, it's all about that upper level ridge. It continues to hold through Saturday, Sunday. It starts to weaken, though, as we get through the day on Monday and Tuesday. Snow levels to the west, especially across the North Shore Mountains, will start to drop back down to where they should be for this time of year, around 1,000 meters by the time we march into Monday. Here's a look at the conditions we're expecting through the day on your Saturday. Obviously, rain is a big catalyst. That's the big focal point across West Vancouver Island, especially morning and early afternoon. Once we get into the evening hours, everything starts to wind down. We do have some pockets of showers, maybe some local fog and low-level cloud. Bit of a void across the lower mainland as we get through Sunday. So obviously, the pick of the weekend would be Sunday as we get through Sunday evening, night, and overnight and into Monday. Another surge of rainfall and higher elevation snow is anticipated. Lots of rainfall to go along with this surge of moisture moving in and snowfall over the higher elevations, with once again snow levels starting to decrease by Monday. Big contrast, what can I say? 14 degrees in Medicine Hat, 14 in Lethbridge, -7 for you in Winnipeg. Luckily, it's not going to be overly windy, but the winds are still going to be around 20 to 40 kilometers an hour. A little bit of snow across a lot of regions. Southern Saskatchewan, southern Alberta, it looks like you're going to miss out on that opportunity. Same story for the secondary system that tracks well to the north, once again allowing itself to follow that ridge, just how it works. Once we get through the night and into Monday, though, temperatures will back off. Around 0 degrees through Medicine Hat and in towards Lethbridge. A system will push just enough moisture to interact with that cool air. The end result could be a little bit of snow. That's like that, going from 20 degrees Lethbridge to the chance of snow, but temperatures climb above 0 by the afternoon. That is certainly not going to be the case across eastern Canada. To balance that upper level ridge out west, we have the upper level trough, and that's going to dominate the forecast conditions. Overall, it's going to be relatively quiet in most areas, but it's going to be bitter cold feeling, once again like the minus 30s in the morning. Brr. And we still have lake effect snow, snow squalls, and blizzard-like conditions through the morning off of Lake Huron. That's where you're traveling. Obviously, be cautious out there. Across the Atlantic, generally seasonable, with once again, generally just sea effect snow through the Maritimes and Avalon snow.